Hello all, my name is Vicky, StitchNButton. Welcome to my Flosstube. Today is March 25th, my 54th video, and I am back for my bi-weekly report, so to speak. I didn't get as much stitching in as I wanted to, but I had a lot of stuff going on as far as finishing up a whole bunch of bags, and I'll show you some of those at the end. And I had to do a start over, and I'll show you that. But otherwise, I've been good. I hope everybody else is doing well. I know a lot of people are going stir crazy in the house. I'm hoping because of our love of cross stitch that our crafting has helped alleviate that need to go out and actually people, so to speak. I'm good. Doesn't bother me at all, honestly. It bothers me more to go into town than it does not to, so I'm good here. Let's see, where have I been? Oh, excuse me, it's probably going to shake the camera. I forgot to grab one. Alright. I actually worked on my Aqua City a little bit this time, and I forgot to pull that one out, so we're going to pull that out real quick. And so I think I'm ready. If not, here we go. Real life. So I did some stitching, and of course everything has to do with magical stitches and semi-sane. I know I still have to get a couple thousand stitches in before the end of the month to finish up this whole Ireland prompt on on semi-sane. So I'm trying, I'm getting there, and part of that is working on Aqua City. I did a few hundred stitches on this one. This is a Mirabilia, and I happen to like a lot of this designer's stuff. Ciro Marchetti, I want to say his name is. There's a few of them that I just really like, and this one's very colorful, loving it. I just have to push. I don't know why it's so hard for me to work on the full coverage as much as the other ones. Maybe because I know it's going to be forever before the end is in sight. But I did get some done, and because I'm using Pattern Keeper, it's making it a lot easier for me to sort of just feather off and finish the threads. I do know how to park. I don't really mind parking too much, but part of my problem is those threads are showing. I have to clip those. Anyway, part of my problem is they were getting in the way. So now with Pattern Keeper, it shows me where I need to go, and it counts my stitches for me, so it's making it a lot easier to just take those parked threads that I had going on and just finish them up, and that's why it looks like this instead of the squares. I do have a couple more full coverage going on that aren't acceptable through Pattern Keeper. I know, I think Hulk Castle's okay. The Artisy is okay, but I have like my I would love if my Vader, it's not quite full coverage, but it'd be nice if that was part of the Pattern Keeper. But the other one that what is it? Starry Night, because it's that Russian pattern, it's the realist pattern. It's not, and I would love for that to be in there, especially since it's a color chart and it's a bear to read. But this is how far I've gotten so far, and lots of blue. Just, it's going to be a lot of blue for a minute. I know it is. But it's part of it, right? It's part of the journey. I'm just going to put this back in the bag. I should have gotten a lot more done on it. I don't know why I didn't. I know I didn't finish the prompts, and I should have. Let's get that out of the way so it doesn't knock anything else over. Okay. On the 15th was the Awesome Pattern Studio sale start, and I chose this Mandala Dragonfly. Really cute. Love the colors. And the colors don't do it justice on here. I don't know what. I had to look at my printer again and see why it's not printing out as well. But I started it, and I was using the Dove fabric from that old fabric that I had, and I was loving it. And as I started getting over here, I'm going, that's not gonna fit. Why is it not going to fit? Well, I did my calculations again, and come to find out, after I've already cut the fabric, because I had plenty of fabric to do it the right size, I cut it 10 by 10. In order to fit it on a 10 by 10, it would have to be 1 over 1, and I'm not doing this whole thing 1 over 1. There are a lot of little color changes, like, yeah, there's 5 here and 8 there and 3 there and 2 there. No, we're not doing that 1 over 1. I'll never finish it because I'll hate it. So I got 256 stitches in, and it was for a prompt too, and now I gotta frog it. I did start frogging some of it, and I started it over again because I needed 300 stitches for the prompt I was doing. So I figured, well, I got the 256, they do count, and I started on this fabric. This is a, I don't know what the color is, it didn't have a color name to it, but I know that it's a 28 count Lugana. It's really tight weave, and it's the sparkly one, it's the crystal one, and that's how far I got on it. It looks like a uterus. Can you hear that? My washing machine is emptying, and my toilet's making bubbling noises from it. It'll be done in a minute. What are you gonna do? Alright, let's move on. Things are bubbling here at this house. Okay, the next one I don't really have a picture for. It's a freebie. It went down, not up, so we're good. I don't need to get the mop out. I have a septic tank and a drain field, and so things get weird. What can I say? Okay, this next one is a freebie. It's from Cricut Collection. It doesn't have a finished picture for me to print out. So it's this, and it's called Winds of Change. This one, I don't know if this one has a year on it or not. Let me look. June 2012. There you go, June 2012. This one I am stitching on Barely Blue Joblin 28 count. I'm using what I call my dead threads. A lot of them, they all are. 6 Strand Sweets and Windy Hill. And so far I've only done the white parts, which are a little white and a yellow tinge to them. It's like a lemonade type color that I'm using on it. And the whole thing says, when the winds of change blow, adjust your sails. And that's how far I got. I did it for one of the prompts on Magical Stitches. So not bad, not bad. I do like this one. I thought it would stitch up a lot faster, and I guess if I actually stitch on it, it probably would stitch up a lot faster. But that prompt was over, and I had to go move on, right? One thing I did do was a new start on the 29th. Was it? No, it wasn't new start on the 29th. What was it for? Too many directives. I had to work on, I'm doing ABC soup. Alphabet soup with semi-sane, and I had to work on something that starts with F. This is Friends and Family. It's the 2020 Linen and Threads Mystery Sale. This is what's out so far as of March. And I hadn't started yet, and I really wanted to. I am using 36 count linen from Vicki Clayton. That's not available anymore. And I'm using silks from Silks For You. And that number is PR, I think it's 065 if I'm not mistaken. Pretty sure that's the color. And it's got the blues and the aquas and the purples in it. So that's how much I got done on that. I forget how many stitches I had to get in total, but that was a good start because I ended up using it for one of the prompts in Magical Stitches also. Because you can double dip that way between groups, right? And last but not least, this is what I'm working on at the moment because I have to do 1,000 stitches on my Mount Everest. My Mount Everest is to get this done. I've been wanting to get it done, and that would be A Midsummer Night's Fairy by Mirabilia. I'm pretty sure I started her in like 2005. She is my oldest whip. And I don't know if you noticed, but my nails are changing colors. It's temperature color changing, so the tips are cooler than the fingers themselves. So if you're not seeing things. I painted this hand the other day, and it took me 2 days, but I finally painted this one yesterday. Anyway, so I'm working on her, and now I have her in a Q-snap, so I'll let you know now that all this is done. The only thing I need to do are a couple of leaves down here, and I know I need to do the leaves over here, and a little bit of some of the tree, and then the wings. So this is where we are at with her. So far, this go around, I did last night a bunch of this. There was I don't know, 3 or 4 pieces of Krynic done. I did her face, and I finished up her arms in here, and I know I have a couple of stitches here and there to fit in around the face that it's a blend, and I didn't feel like dealing with it last night, so I moved on. And then of course the hair has more to it, and there's a little bit more branch there, but there's a whole bunch of Krynic going on there, and I probably should have broken it up just a little bit more, because I should have had a lot more done here so I could switch back and forth between Krynic and DMC, so it wasn't so bad. Now if you look here, I said it before, this is her hair, and that's why it's lighter. I still need to put more hair in there, and then I need to go over it with blending filament because it's behind the wing. And this is her skin that I originally stitched with the blending filament because it called for two strands of DMC and 1 of the blending filament, and when I stitched it all together, it doesn't look quite right. So now I have to go over the extra stitches with like a 10th stitch of blending filament. I figured 1 strand will do, and I'll just go across and cover all that out once I finish the DMC stitches so it looks decent. But that's where I'm at, and I need to do 1,000 stitches. I've so far done a little over 500, so coming right along with that one. I'll work on her some more tonight. Dog shook. So earlier in the week, I think it was Sunday, I did a live video on Instagram, and I'm thinking, sorry, would you lay down, please? I did a live video on Instagram. It went pretty well, and I think I want to do another one, maybe tomorrow or something. I'm thinking tomorrow would be Thursday. Since a lot of us are stuck at home and looking for things to watch, I am embarrassingly behind on my Flosstube videos. I started binge watching a whole bunch of them the other day, and I think I'm gonna have to resort to pretty much just watching the last couple of videos. If there's any videos that you guys think I need, cannot have missed in the past 3 months, please let me know in the comments below. Oh, I did not do my drawing yet, so I'll have to add it on to the end of this video and let you know who won, because I forgot to do the random number generator. I'll let you know. What next? Oh, I did get a couple of things in, and I usually put them on the side, so I hope I didn't show the one already. I think I got it after my last video. I received my Ink Circles, the modestly sized red ship of life. This is one of the ones that I felt like I needed to have. I ordered it from Cindy Sorley over at Stitchery Express, and I can put her link down below. I might have shown this. I don't remember, so if I did, oh well, look, you get to see it 2 weeks in a row. So there you go. This is, I love this, and I know she's got 2 others. I don't know if I want to go much larger than this one, but I think there's one that might be smaller that I may have to get also. But I'm loving this. She says that she designed this off of antique weavings from Sumatra called Tampans, T-A-M-P-A-N, called Tampan. And There's not a lot of those left because they were actually functional cloths and they didn't fare well. But I love this. I don't know what colors I want to do it on. I'll probably order a Silks for You for it. And I have Victoria, I have the Vicky Clayton Silks too that I could probably fit in for the banding for a contrasting color across. Not sure, I haven't decided yet. It's got some time. Got all these other things going on right now. But I really, really like that one. I also received my monthly threads in the mail, and I didn't even grab my board, but that's okay. I received my monthly threads in the mail from Victoria Motto Sampler. I get the 6, just the limited edition ones. And this month there was a good mix-up on them. They weren't all the same. Midnight Dark. That is a really dark blue. You can barely tell. This one is Spring Green Goddess. It looks like it has a slight bit of gray going through it. This one is Canyon Sunrise. That is a very burnt orange. Rise and Shine. That is a not so burnt orange. This is just a crispy orange. This is Little Blue Essential. I'm glad she's got another blue. She needs more blues. More blues, that's what I want. And this one's Rustic Bin. And it definitely looks like parts of a rusty bin. So those can go away. And then I just received this in the mail today. This is an order that I received from Valkyrie Stitchworks. That's Kat. She has a group, and I will have to link it below. That's new to me. And she had some 22 count and some 28 count that she had dyed. And this is the one piece that I bought from her. This is 22 count. It is not that dark, guys. It is about 2 or 3 shades lighter, and there's not that much contrast between the blue and the purple that shows. But I really like this one, and then this one's the 28 count. This is gray. That's showing up pretty true. I can see some type of Halloween-y stuff going on this one. This one might even fit a pixie. I'm not sure. Or, obviously, Halloween works on that too. But I really do like these colors. And I will put her link to her Facebook group below. That way you can join in and see when she gets new ones posted up. What else? I know I still haven't shown my floss storage. I've been just doing so much. You'd think I'd be bored and be like looking for things to do, and I'm really not. I really just have other things to be doing, and I do want to do that, and it just seems like I never have the space when I'm ready to do it. That's part of the issue, and I've been lazy about it. I don't know what to tell you. But I recently finished 36 bags. I sold a bunch of them right away, and I still have some, and so I wanted to show you what I have just in case you're interested. And I have some new needle minders. So, this I have one of these pumpkins, and you can try to comment below, or you can contact me on Instagram or on the Facebook group. My Facebook group is good too. And I have the Star Wars. It's right here. I have one of these. It's French furniture with that for an inside. I've got one of these left. It's a zombie pinup. That for the inside. I've got 2 of these ones. They're rustic, woodsy, with leaves on the inside. I've got one of the Stranger Things bags. I've got two of these bags. They've got the filigree butterflies and flowers, and I even have a filigree butterfly for a zipper pull, and I just use gray plain on the inside. I've got two of these Day of the Dead girls with roses, and the inside has caskets with roses, and the charm is a dancing skeleton with a tutu. I've got one of these left, ice skates and holly, and I have one of these left. This is the plaid with the VW bug bus. And as far as needle minders go, I just got these in. I do believe I got them in last week, and I had an order, I had a request for Pokemon, so I ordered a bunch. There's Bulbasaur and Squirtle and Eevee, and I think this is Vaporeon and Pikachu and Charmander. Thank goodness my kids played, because I wouldn't know their names. And Snorlax. This is most of us while we're not working, right? And then I also was able to get Alice and Donald Duck. All of these ones are $5. They're all listed in my Facebook group, and I'm gonna need to list them on my Instagram soon also. I usually put them on the Facebook group first, give them first dibs, and then I'll add them to the Instagram site. That's what I have there. I am going to do the drawing for the giveaway for the little tree ornament, and I'll be back. I'm back. I did the drawing, and just as a reminder, it's for this tree. Now, only 4 of you actually mentioned tree, so you had 25% chance of winning. The winner is actually Anne Mousseau. Anne also had mentioned that she just started using the overdyed floss and she didn't realize she was doing it wrong. I did want to comment on that, because is there a right way? It depends. It's not really a wrong way to stitch with the fancy floss. Now, if you want the variegation, you're going to want to finish each stitch as you go along. You're not going to want to use the loop method on the thread. You're going to have to pick 2 pieces and put them together with the colors together. That's if you're using 2 strands. Let's just say you are. So you pick 2 pieces. You're not going to do a loop method like you do with DMC. And then you're going to want to finish each stitch as you go along. Now, there's also a lot of times you'll see, even on models, where the variegation goes back and forth and back. I personally don't like the back and forth thing. There's times when it does look good. It's all discretionary. I like to, like Audrey says, meander. You sort of choose where the colors are going to sort of go or group up, and I'll go around in circles here, and then I'll go over this way and come back down maybe, and go up and come down and make it sort of swirl. Depends on what shape I'm going for and what kind of look I'm going for. You can also do half a leg and then come back half a leg. I think Pam and Steph do that. They don't care that, you know, it's variegated. They're going to go this way for whatever many stitches and then come back over and finish the X. You can do that too. It gives it more of a mottled effect than a gradient effect. You get a couple of colors. It gives it a little bit more depth sometimes. It depends on how big the color difference is. If you look at the way I did, let me pull that out. Where did I put it? On my now I'm losing crap. Leave it to me to lose something right on the table where I'm sitting. Where'd you go? Oh, here it is. Okay, so, for instance, my overdyed silk. It's several colors, so I sort of did groupings. I didn't want it to just do lines back and forth, so I did like the bottom parts first, and I sort of went in circles and came over, and then went across. And when I had to change the thread, sometimes I matched up the end. Like if I ended on purple, I used the purple end to start. I hope that makes sense. And then I did the top portion because I didn't want it to be, I mean, it was only one stitch, so you can keep on going, and then you're just going to have the lines going back and forth. Now that might look good on something, like if I was doing something that was supposed to be like a piece of wood, like the side of a barn or something like that, then I might want a little bit of a striped effect to it. Most times I don't go for this stripe effect, I go for more of a color saturation in certain areas. I hope that helps explain a little bit better on the overdyed threads. And Anna, you can message me. I know we're on Facebook together, so you can go ahead and message me. I'm going to need you to message me your address, I think. I might have it from an order. I'll double check. But if not, just message me and I will get this cute little tree out to you. It's just the tree and the backing piece. I think she's got the patterns in here that she had done with, and you can make your own pattern. Maybe you want to take some overdyed greens and have at it with it. This would be a good practicing point too. I'm thinking it's 14 count here. I'll even open. I haven't even. I'm pretty sure it's 14 count. And so you're going to want to use at least 2 strands. She's got 3 different ideas on how to stitch. She's got this one showing, and then she's got that one showing, and then there's even a 3rd one where the valves go like this instead of sort of zigzag. So there's a different, there's a couple of different ideas in here for it. It is, yeah, it's got to be 14 count. So congratulations, and I just hope that everybody is not so nervous. I know with everything that's going on, it just gets people's anxiety up. Things are different. You can't do what you normally do, and people just don't like nobody likes to be told what to do. But I do need you to just stay safe, stay well. How many more times can you be told to wash your hands? I'm not, I'm not even going to tell you that. You can see it. You can see that I'm having problems with this bag too. Anyway, just be safe and pay attention. Even if it's not for you, maybe it might be for somebody else. And I know I will be making some face masks. I have a friend that's local. Her father's sick. And I just messaged her, and she said she would love to have some if I have any extras. And it's not that I have extra, I'm just going to go make them. So I'll just make her some and get her some out to her. If you do want to do the face mask thing, please, please, please make sure that who you want to give them to actually need that type. Some of them are not accepting that type because it's not really COVID specific. Some people just like a mask just to keep those germs away from them, or to keep their own germs in. There's different reasons why people are going to have masks. Those that need them for the COVID obviously need them more the more specific masks. Those that just use a mask in general for general practicing type things need just regular masks. They may be the ones that you want to gear towards. And please, if you do make like I said, before you even make them, make sure you have some place to take. I would hate for you to do all this and not have any place to send them, or to have, send them and them not be used. It's nothing worse than putting in all this time, and everything's time and money. Whether it's, you bought the fabric or you're mailing, it's going to cost money. Make sure it's going for someplace where it needs to be, And please don't get offended if they say no. Because if they're not going to, I would rather somebody tell me no, they don't need it, than accept it and never use it or trash it. So just keep that in mind. I hope everybody stays well. I'll see you in a couple weeks. Bye.